I've been talking about civil war for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's not an idea I came up with. It's in the corporate press, the mainstream media. A Princeton professor brought it up. A former CIA analyst wrote a book about it.
Yep.
And I said, oh, wow, all of this is interesting. Everyone kept saying the states aren't going to line up against each other. It's never going to happen.
Right.
And in 2020, we had Texas v. Pennsylvania, where the states lined up against each other over the election. Now we have, at the bare minimum, the formation of a national coalition of nonpartisan governors to reject the popular mandate. This is states lining up against each other.
Right.
For all I know, and I say this every time, it all fizzles away. Trump gets in, he cleans things up, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
But as of right now, much to my actual surprise, I did not even expect this.
Yeah.
No.
The idea that someone would go in Congress and say shadow government, and governors would say it's time to line up against Trump and form a coalition, I wouldn't have seen that coming.
Right. The DOJ should go to
Yeah.
is whoever, I don't know, we haven't picked or he hasn't announced who he's going to put in charge of the FBI, but the FBI should send agents to that congressperson's house, and he should be arrested.
Yeah,
they would arrest a conservative if they did it. They did go to the president's. They went to Mar-a-Lago over classified documents that Joe Biden also had, that Hillary Clinton had. It is Donald Trump needs to be the president that they were afraid he was going to be, and all he needs to do is enforce the existing law.
They want to incite violence. You got to understand, they've been trying to do. Look at the burning out, and when we were out in Spokane, out in Portland years ago, and I mean they want to incite the violence. They're trying to incite the violence. I
want to make this point. I'm not saying that he should do anything unlawful.
Oh no!
Everything that I'm saying he should do is completely legal. But Donald Trump was too timid when he was in office the first time because he was afraid of what the people would say. He was afraid of coming down too hard on the rioters and et cetera. He needs to disabuse himself of that notion. He needs to enforce the law, the existing law on the books. He needs to use the DOJ to enforce to enforce the law, and he needs to pick up that congressperson for sedition.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's advocating for. Advocating for he did it. He might be protected because he was on the floor of Congress for saying that. He might be. Yeah. Right. I'm not 100% positive, but anyone that is making those kind of moves, trying to incite, trying to create those kind of conditions, that is sedition.
Well, we can't be such nice guys anymore.
No, not at all.
That's
not at all.
And and I got to talk. Christians were built for battle. This country was built on the Judeo-Christian values. It is a biblical documents, and that's what these founding fathers did. And you got to understand, we were built for battle. I mean, I know the Irish were. Believe me, I come from an Irish Catholic family, and I'm telling you something. That's one of the reasons that we fight, because we are not going to stop.
You know what? On top of all of this, there's a funny tweet in response to this post. This guy Winston says, "So let me get this straight. We have accused them of running a shadow government deep state for years, and now they're just coming out in the open admitting it." Well, actually, the New York Times already ran an article that said the deep state is kind of cool. There is an article from Newsweek. John Bolton has called for the weaponization of the DOJ against Matt Gaetz and Tulsi Gabbard because they don't want them to get in to Trump's cabinet. Well, so let's clarify this.
Prosecute.
Matt Gaetz is accused of no wrongdoing. Tulsi Gabbard is accused of no wrongdoing. And John Bolton said, send the FBI after them.
Arrest and prosecute. I mean, honestly.
That is, they have.
Why
he's a warmonger,
too. Right? You have to ask yourself, this is what the American people need to say. Why is John Bolton afraid of Tulsi Gabbard and Matt Gaetz?
That's right.
Why is the intel community afraid of these people? Why are people at HHS afraid of RFK?
Right.
Who's afraid of Bobby Kennedy? Really? What's going on here? So people just need to kick in their critical thinking and be like, hey, what's going on here? And if this was reversed, what would be happening today? Because I can assure you,
we know there would be doors being kicked in. They put Roger Stone in jail. There was a guy that they put Steve Bannon in jail.
You guys would be in jail.
There was a guy that was
Tina Peters. Look at her, this poor woman.
Yeah,
get her out of there.
There have been people killed.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon. So subscribe and come hang out.